press close.
Are we live?
Yeah. It says live.
I wonder if anybody can hear us.
Well, start talking. Because I can see you. We're new at this, guys. So, bear with us.
Hey, Jersey. Hey, Smoky Mountain. I'm glad somebody's seen us. We never did nothing like this before. How are y'all doing today? Thanks to folks checking us out. Earlier when I looked, we only needed 9 more subs to do our little giveaway.
Turn this down.
We hope folks like what we got. Appreciate the feedback, guys. Now I can look at the camera straight, but I can't read it. So we've really enjoyed getting to know some of y'all on this YouTube adventure. I never really messed with YouTube any at all until here recently. Other than maybe just watching a video of a rock band or something like that, or watching a preacher, on a topic I might have been researching, but there's actually quite a few really cool people. And getting to know a bunch of y'all in the fishing community has been a lot of fun so far. We look forward to the future. I plan to check out the StreamYard. I know a lot of y'all talk about it, but I'm kind of computer stupid, so I tend to go slow into new stuff just because I don't know nothing about it.
Ernest T is on River Rat 3030.
Mr. River Rat, how are you, sir? Always enjoy looking at those big old fish you're always catching, man. We are insanely jealous. Our water's just now getting thawed out up here.
We're going to Kansas this weekend, though.
We're going to try to hit Kansas this weekend with our grandson. I think he's probably the only person on earth that likes to fish as much as we do. When he sees a fishing pole, he gets mad if we don't take him. Because if he sees a fishing pole or a rod holder, he expects we're going to go fishing. And a question, that StreamYard thing that y'all are talking about, is that like a laptop thing? Because really all we got is our phones. I mean, we have a laptop, but it's primarily reserved for Janice doing vinyls and stuff like that with Crycut for the stuff that we do. I appreciate you too, River Rat. I appreciate all y'all.
Use it on our phones.
Well, Janice is a lot smarter with all this stuff. Jersey says it's an app. Janice is a lot smarter with this stuff than I am. I can go pull a carburetor, a set of points off, and put them back on and get everything timed out, but I can't figure out how to use one of these stupid phones. I always go to Janice, and if she don't know, then we just go to one of our kids. I hear you, little cat.
This is Crackers. She was found on the riverbank.
Somebody threw that little cat out on the riverbank, just barely weaned, last year when we was taking grandson fishing. It jumped right in the van with grandson, so I was forced to bring it home.
Technology challenges myself, Jersey says.
Me too. A lot. Janice has a lot more patience to figure that stuff out than I do. I tend to get aggravated and throw it down or something. It tend to frustrate me. I'm pretty simple-minded, so I think everything should be a little simpler than what they have it. Excuse me. Yeah, we can't wait to get back on the riverbank. Oh my goodness. Wintertime is just miserable for us because if we can't, like ice fishing is pretty tough for us because I don't go fishing without Janice, and because of our son being handicapped, we're a little limited on places we can go and stuff like that. So, ice fishing is kind of tough for us.
I should have turned your do not disturb on.
Because, our boy, he can't talk. So he can't tell us if he's cold. He can't tell if he's, if we got the heat on too much in the truck, and of course, one of us has to stay in the truck with him all the time if it's, bad weather like that, like if we try to go ice fishing. So it's just kind of tough for us. We got out once this year. We didn't get any bites, but it was a little pond where we could keep the truck close enough to us that we could, walk over there every 3 or 4 minutes and just keep an eye on him, make sure he wasn't too hot or whatever. But it's just kind of tough, so we just don't do much ice fishing. We tend to like to have him just right beside us no matter what.
River Rat's he says, good luck, my friend, I have to go. God bless.
Hey, you have a great night, River Rat. God bless you, man. Make sure to snatch up another flathead so I can be jealous. And yes, Smoky Mountain, I agree. Technology can definitely be a good thing, but man, I sure struggle to just wrap my mind around the whole thing. I don't know. Like our pickup, it has a Bluetooth stereo in it where when I drive my own vehicle to work, I can just sit and talk to Janice on the phone and on the way home, and it's really convenient. But it does weird stuff, like I'll be listening to my radio station, and then the thing will just switch to another station. It does stuff like that, and you got to figure out what's going on. It's kind of frustrating.
Talk about our giveaway. I shared it on Facebook. I wonder if that'll let me share.
But oh yeah. I'm right there with you, Jersey. I'm 50. And there's quite a few days that technology just is not my friend. I'm right there with you. There are parts of it that I find quite enjoyable, though. Like, I like the Bluetooth stereo thing. I like the Bluetooth headphone thing that they got going. That stuff's pretty convenient, you know, because I messed up my hearing back when I was a teenager shooting guns and that sort of thing. And so, like, talking on a regular phone, it's hard to understand what people are telling me. But if I can get, if I can get my Bluetooth headphones in, then I can hear and understand what people are telling me a lot better. But then there's other stuff, like these phones in general. They, I don't know, they just kind of do their own thing. Screens go sideways and up and down when I don't want them to, and I get frustrated. So I don't know. Yeah.
Jerry said my boat still has oars. I have no electronics on it.
Actually, Jana's playing them games on Facebook. Won us a battery. We just picked up a small boat. When we took grandson in the canoe back at Father's Day, he fell in love with it. Hello, Mr. Danny. Hello, Alan. Thanks for stopping in, y'all. But we took grandson. We got a little river that runs close to us here, right by the edge of town, and called the Big Blue. And we took grandson over nearby where we go catch bullheads and stuff for bait, and put him in the canoe, and he thought that was just the greatest thing. And so we had an opportunity to pick up a small boat for a decent price. And so recently we picked it up. We got it all legal and everything. And then Janice won this nifty little lithium battery on that Facebook game. So
Slide out.
we're going to see what we can do to get grandson on the water, and hopefully Janice can get out there too. We haven't really picked out any decent seats for it though. Pardon me. But I hope to use it anyway. Grandson won't care. As long as I can take him on the water, he don't care. He just loves everything about it. He loves to be outside, loves to go fishing, loves to help build rod holders, loves to help powder coat, loves to wash the truck, loves to make the truck dirty. He don't care. He's a good kid. He loves to be busy. And he likes to help, so we try to build him up and support him. So hopefully here in the next few days we'll have our 100 subs so we can do our giveaway. On the video we mentioned it's not going to be as big as the last one that we did. The last one we did was when we hit 1,000 followers on our Facebook page. And that one was pretty big. I came into a decent amount of money right around that time, so we did a pretty big one. Gave away multiple drinkware and rod holders. We gave away gift cards to multiple businesses, and the one was kind of large. The biggest one was for Mondo Cat. Mondo Cat is here in Nebraska in Auburn. I have not met the guy, but his rods are absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely love his rods. That's Janice's number one rod is her pink Mondo cat. She catches fish right and left on that thing. On this giveaway, we're only going to do one small business, and that's going to be our sinker guy, Jason Jura over in Omaha. Dude's the best sinker guy in the business. What's that?
Hi, Cindy.
I'm missing something.
Hi, Randy. Here.
Yeah, my chat ain't caught up. Miss Lisa,
Miss
Mr.
Lisa.
Randy, Skipjack Cindy. Wow, welcome in, guys. My chat's stuck on a long time ago. It hasn't moved in a minute. I don't know how to fix that, but at least I can look over and Janice can tell me what's going on. She's watching this.
So I can watch chat.
I'm stuck back when Mr. Danny told me hi. So however long ago that was. I'm glad y'all are showing up. That's awesome. We really appreciate the support. And we really appreciate all the stuff that we're learning from everyone too, because you know, I'm 50 years old. I've been catching catfish all my life. I'm just a hick from southeast Missouri down in the Boot Heel. And catfish has always been my favorite my whole life. I spent some time catching largemouths and stuff when I was a kid. I even caught a pike or two, but you know, catfish has always been my thing. And I never, until the last couple of years, knew that there was such a huge following and market and everything else for catfish. You know, like I just didn't know. And over the last 10 years, there has been a lot of new companies that, you know, wasn't there before. But man, there's just fantastic stuff on the market. Like the rods I used when I was a kid, there's no way I would pick up a 12 or 15 pound fish up a 10 foot bank. But man, these rods that are out there right now, like Mad Cats, Ancient Mariner, Catch the Fever, Mondo Cat, Trophy Cat, you know, there's just a plethora of amazing rods and tackle out on the market. You know, so much stuff that we haven't even tried yet, you know. And we've enjoyed over the last few years trying out.
BS catfishing.
Mr. Travis, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in.
And Danny the Stinger Man, he said, Jerry, give me a few, help you out with subs. On subs. And Jersey says, YouTube channels are like baseball fields. If you build it, they will come. And that was a good movie. Miss Lisa said, gotta support our people.
Miss Lisa, we appreciate y'all. You know, we really do. You guys have been very kind and gracious to us. Just like several others, you know, y'all have been very kind and gracious to us in this YouTube thing. It's pretty obvious that we're noobs at this whole deal.
And we gotta practice this live stuff.
Yeah, I'm still stuck from a long time ago on my chat. It's been a minute since it moved. But I don't even know how to fix that. I'll have to figure that out, I guess. But you know, before I started chasing rabbits, you know, like the market is just huge. Like back in 20, when this old Corona deal was running around, every time we go to a bait shop, nobody had rod holders. And so we had just some rebar with PVC pipe strapped to it with hose clamps. And I don't even know how many I gave away. Like, we just kept a bunch of them made up, and they did the job. They were kind of a pain in the neck, though, because the hose clamps never kept them exactly where I wanted them, so I was constantly having to mess with them. But which is one of the reasons we do the ones that we do with the welds and the powder coat and everything else. But we were giving those things away all year. Every time I go to a bait shop, somebody'd be like, "Hey man, can you get any rod holders?" And every time the guys would be like, "No, I can't get nothing." And so we just decided to start making them. With basically the main intention was just to take care of our local bait shops. You know, something like that ever happened again, then our bait shops would have stuff. You know, people could still buy stuff because it wouldn't come from a major corporation. It would come from somebody like me or, you know, PJ Kirk or Charles Crook. It would come from one of us, you know, a small business that's putting out a good product for a fair price, you know.
Toggle between all the chat and talk to that while I read this.
All right. My bad. But, you know, anyway, I just, like, I want to just say thank you to everyone because, you know, it's so easy to just turn your head to somebody or something new where so many of y'all have been very kind to us and you welcomed us in and we're very appreciative of it.
Lisa, you're going to have to do a live to teach me how to use this thing. She said, or it was Skipjack, Cindy, who said, toggle between all the chat and top chat bottom left corner of your phone under community moderation.
Must be this one. I don't know if I want to mess with that while we're live. I don't know, I guess that's the whole point of practicing, right?
Danny, the Stinger Manny, said, look at your subs now. I'll go look at your subs. I'll go back in.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Chat filter. All messages.
105.
Oh, nice. We have hit our 105. That means we can do our giveaway.
I will have to do it tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, we're caught up now. Heck yeah, we're over the 100. Now we can do our giveaway. Travis says, do it. Hit the buttons. All right, I did. Now I'm caught up in chat. Although I have no idea how many I missed. Man, right on, guys. That's awesome. So I guess that we'll just go through that list again.
Yeah, we'll do we gotta get ready for fishing tomorrow. We can do a live tomorrow evening, maybe.
So one of the things, since we're over the 100 subs, that means I can do this. I can go through this list again of what we're gonna do. So the first drawing is gonna be for some stickers. We'll probably do 2 of them. These ones are made by a lady down south. I believe they're in Alabama. PJ Rogerson.
PJ Rogerson, yeah.
But PJ Rogerson, his wife Lynn, she makes stickers and she does sublimation on cups and bait towels and just all kinds of stuff. She's a really talented lady and she works really hard and does a good job. And Janice learned how to make some stickers as well, although I don't think I have any right here with me.
I checked.
There's none in there?
Nope.
Let's see if I can turn this around. We have our little sticker wall. I don't think it worked.
I think that's just free.
There we go. So the orange and black one there is one of Janice's first tries at a sticker. You can see we have a lot of people's stuff here. I still have to get some stickers from Skipjack, Cindy, and some of the other folks, but that orange and black one, that was one of Janice's first attempts. And Janice, if you've followed us for any period of time, knows, I mean, you guys know that Janice tries, and we really push ourselves to be just in the top tier of this stuff. Like I have not seen any other personalized pipe rod holders on the market, and that's one of the reasons that we went that direction is because, we don't want to get caught up. You see Skipjack Cindy's note there?
I was saying hi to somebody. Send me your address to my email.
So
I'm doing mail this weekend. Okay.
one of the reasons that we kind of stick to the pipe holders, like the other style that I do, I use that with permission. That is not my design. That is from someone else, but it's a dead design that they don't do anymore. And I reached out to that person to see if I could use it, and she said yes. Her husband isn't in business anymore, and so out of a courtesy for letting me use it, I send her a percentage every time someone buys one, or I, do them in a giveaway or whatever. I still give her a percentage just as a courtesy for letting me use the design. It's not my design, but the pipe holders, those are our idea. And I see a lot of people with pipe holders out there. Some of them have powder, some of them are steel, some of them are PVC pipe. I like my welded steel, but I wanted we wanted everything to be personalized, and so that's the one thing I wanted for us to be different from the other people, because we have no desire to be like someone else. We just want to be ourselves. And so our pipe holders, our tumblers, whatever we do, Janice has kind of dabbled in trying to learn silk screening on shirts and whatnot, which this is one of them right here. But we want everything to be personalized. That's the thing that we want for us to be so more different than everyone else. Like we want, if you forget your rod holder on the bank and you find it in somebody's pickup a month later, like we want you to be able to say that's mine, and you can go find a picture, whether it be on our Facebook page or whatever, and be like, look, can I have my rod holder back? I know I left it there, but that's mine. It was made specifically for me. That's kind of what we want. Something that it's not just something that everybody else on the market has. Yes, we've been doing this for about 3 years with these pipe rod holders. I think it's been about 3 years, but anybody that has one of these, it's theirs. It's not just one of those, it's their rod holder. It was made specifically for them. Just like the ones we just did for Randy and Miss Lisa. We were very grateful that they reached out to us for some rod holders. We did the best we could to make them specifically for those people, and that is our mission. That is our goal. There's a tremendous amount of great rod holders on the market. Holy cow, 112 subs. Right on, Danny. That's awesome.
My big dog is outside barking.
But we're going to give away a pair of rod holders as well on this thing. But before I got chasing rabbits there, sorry about that.
He's good at chasing rabbits.
Yeah, that'd be the ADHD thing. But we're going to do a couple sets of stickers. One from Miss Lynn and one from Janice, and then we're going to do another one like that as well. And we're going to do a set of keychains. And I don't know if Janice is going to do like one for a person and then another one for a person, or she's just going to give a pair for one person.
I'm going to do 2 pairs.
2 pairs. You heard that. The boss says 2 pairs. So 2 spins on the wheel, 2 sets. And then we're also going to give away a drinkware. We have koozies,
Big dog in.
tumblers, wine glasses, coffee cups. We even have a toddler sippy cup. And that's going to be another spin on the wheel. Somebody's going to get a choice of one of those things. And then we're also going to do a set of rod holders. And it doesn't matter if it's that cradle style that we do or if it's the pipe rod holders that we do. You know, someone can do a mix and match, one of each, whatever they want to do. It won't matter to me. I'll build whatever they want. But we're going to give away a pair of rod holders. Most people, like if you're in a state like Colorado, then you only get one rod unless you buy a stamp to use a second one. But most people use 2 or 3 rods, you know, when they're fishing. And so that we're just going to give away a pair. And, you know, whoever wins those, they can turn around and just get a hold of us through Messenger or through email if they don't use Facebook. And get it all worked out where they got a logo they want on there, because Janice does her very best to do, you know, someone's logo for their fishing channel or their business or whatever. Like, she will work on that thing until she can get it as the best as she can, and then people are generally pretty happy with what she does. She works really hard and does a great job. Mr. Randy, yeah, I forgot about the coasters. Yeah, she was doing those for a minute. I actually still have some on the kitchen table that I use periodically. And then, like I said before, the last one's going to be for a $50 credit to Jay's Weights. We've already compensated him and let him know that whoever wins this, we'll just reach out to him with their name and whatnot. And their contact information. That way when they reach out to him, then he already knows about it, because it's already paid for.
Sorry, had to let the big dog in. She was out there barking away. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You got coasters, huh? I forgot I did those coasters a long time ago.
That's what I was telling him. I completely forgot about those. We still got some in the kitchen on the table. Yeah, we are extremely excited that the water is finally melted. We can... Grandson doesn't know it yet, but we're going to take him fishing. And he knows... This little boy is so smart. He knows all the turns.
Oops.
For the places that we fish. He knows all the turns, whether it's going to go over here to Surprise to catch bullheads, whether we're going to go to Columbus, whether we're going to go down south of Beatrice on the Blue, whether we're going to go to Kansas. Like, he knows all the turns. So whichever turns we make, he already knows where we're going. And he had this figured out at 2 and 3 years old, and he's 5 now. It's a funny story. But before he could walk, we took him fishing almost every weekend down south here on the Blue River. And every time we go to Walmart, he'd get mad. He'd start throwing a fit. And it was crazy, because I was like, man, there's people in here that he likes. What in the world is going on? Why does he always throw a fit? And Janice and our daughter, they finally told me, they were like, because for so many weekends in a row, we would go to church, and then from there, go straight down there and go fishing on the river. And so when we would turn into Walmart, he knew we wasn't going fishing, and then he would get mad. And then it made sense to me when they told me that. This kid is definitely my grandson. But it's just funny, because if he sees a rod holder, if he sees a fishing pole, he can watch one of you guys on YouTube, and he wants to go fishing right then. He doesn't care.
Fish.
And so we keep all the fishing stuff locked up in a room where he can't see it if we're not going to go fishing, because if he sees any of it, he expects to go. And it takes a while for him to get over it if we tell him no. But he sure is a lot of joy. He is just a lot of fun. Like I don't think I was anywhere close to that smart when I was 3 and 4 years old. But he definitely is. Like he's just got stuff figured out. He can run these phones better than I can. Janice is always getting on him because when it's quiet time, that's a true story, Randy. Because if you're buying fishing stuff, you don't have money to get in trouble somewhere else. That's a true story. You know, Danny, I wish I would have fished more with my kids when they was young, but I was young and stupid, and I didn't. But you know, the good Lord gave me a second chance with my grandson, and I'm gonna just spend as much time as I can possibly get with him. I don't care if I have to bully my kid. I don't care. My little grandson, me and him had a special bond since he was born. Because you know, a lot of y'all don't know this, but our daughter had, like both of our daughters have had a combined total of 4 open heart surgeries. Our eldest daughter, she had 3 before she was 3 years old. Our second daughter, our grandson's mother, we knew she had something going on with a heart valve, and we never knew it was serious until she got knocked up. And then we found out the hard way that her one valve was too big, and so when she would get excited, and then of course when she got pregnant, you know, a pregnant woman knows about all the extra blood flow that goes on. But as time went through, she almost drowned. We was down home in Missouri for my uncle's funeral, and they had to life flight her to Omaha because she thought she was suffocating basically. But what had happened is that valve was so big that when it would open to let blood into the lungs, it was blocking the exit to where the blood couldn't get back out, and so she was literally drowning on her own blood. And before we were on our way back from Missouri, and we were late getting up there, but they had to take grandson out 2.5 months early, and he was actually stillborn, so they had to bring him back. And so for a long time, I was going from Omaha, driving all the way over to my work in Seward and driving back, and I was riding my Harley back and forth and whatever I needed to do. And I was staying with our daughter and our grandson at the hospital and just taking a shower there because grandson was in an incubator. They had to bring him back. And you know, I used to just sit there and I would talk to him and I would pray for him. And I would read the Bible to him, and he would just look up at me with those huge brown eyes. And he just paid the utmost attention. And me and him just had this bond right out of the gate. And whenever we go to pick him up over in Lincoln, he just goes spaz. One day he got so excited he bonked his head on the door coming out. And sometimes he's actually kind of stingy with me.
Yeah, he don't share pa with grandma, or mamu. He calls grandma mamu.
Yeah, he tends to be pretty selfish with me. He'll say my paw.
But if he needs anything, he's got to come to grandma.
Yeah, all the snacks and goodies come from grandma.
Snacks, goodies, and cuddles.
But yeah, it's, you know, we're very grateful for this crowd that we've been meeting in this YouTube world. We never knew that there was such a huge I don't know if family is the right word, but yeah, probably family. Yeah, Danny, that's one thing we can share with you, bro. We know a lot about hospitals. We've spent pretty much our entire adulthood in hospitals with our kids.
Yeah, our son got sick when he was 3 years old with the best they can come up with was encephalitis. So he just turned 24 today, but has the mental capacity of a 3-year-old.
I don't even think he's got that much.
So I'm still taking care of a toddler.
Yeah, he's 24 years old, but he'll always be in diapers. He can't talk. He's legally blind. So, we're a little limited on our fishing spots and that, but we still get out.
Yes, I have been blessed with a babysitter for him this weekend.
Sounds like somebody might be here. But yeah, we never knew about all y'all until we just kind of started messing around. I don't even know how we got into this whole YouTube thing. I'm really trying to think. I don't even know. But we ran into Catfish Dave, and then there's another one, the Cornelius Catfish Channel. Them guys are out of Southern Illinois and over by St. Louis. We watched a lot of their stuff. We've actually sent them some stuff. Janice crocheted them a big blanket that has their logo on it. Somebody here?
No, the cats are teasing her.
Oh. And then here in the last few months, we've been meeting all of y'all. And just watching all these lives. I'm really enjoying being involved with all these lives, even though I really don't talk all that much on them. I still read through a lot of the comments, and I sub some channels and check out some of their videos, the ones that I have time to watch. This journey is very enjoyable, and our knowledge is being tremendously expanded. Nice. But yeah, our knowledge is being expanded every day. Community is the word I was trying to think of. Complete brain dead for a minute. Community. We never knew of all this huge community of fishing on YouTube. Like for me, YouTube was always just for rock videos or something, and then I found out there was preachers on there, so I watch that sometimes, and then now I'm finding out that there's this gargantuan community for fishing, and like here a few weeks ago, I caught a live from a cat named Reef Robber, and ended up winning some stickers from the guy, a whole pack of stickers. So I did a little mail call video on that. Yeah, I know, Miss Lisa. We're a couple of nuts over here, so.
Your fishing chair finally got the Lincoln.
About time.
The delivery system is just, driving me nuts.
But yeah, we're finding out every day more and more of what's out there.
Reef Robber has crabs.
So, when I was a kid in South Carolina, I lived in Charleston, South Carolina for a few years when I was a teenager. And man, that place has all kinds of fishing. Like, I am dying to sell my house and get back out there. For the majority of my life, ever since I left there, you couldn't have melted and poured me back in that state. But, man, I'll tell you what. The longer I'm gone now, the more I jones to get back, because the fishing is absolutely stupendous out there. Like, we used to catch stingrays. We used to drop a net over a bridge and catch them little crabs. Because my mom used to like to eat them crabs. And she liked stuffed crabs. Like a whole day. I didn't really care for that, but my mom loved them. And there was all kinds of fishing down there. There was freshwater, saltwater, estuary. Like, you could catch catfish, bass, panfish, or as I call them, bait. But then you could also, like, there was offshore fishing, deep sea fishing, like there was everything. Everything was there. The only time I ever been stung by a jellyfish was there.
Yeah, she's talking about that Nutrua thing. Those creepy critters that look like
They're little
river
rats.
rats.
They're little rats.
We had to look up what those things were because they look like our muskrats up here. But they're just bigger than muskrats. And those guys will ruin a fishing trip.
Yeah, I was actually watching a little bit of Reef Robber earlier. See Earl run down the nutrient. Nope, I don't think I've seen that. Unfortunately, when I'm on these lives, I tend to miss all the good fish that get caught and stuff like that because I'll see somebody I'm not subbed to, and then I'll go check them out. Well, by the time I watch one of their little videos and then get back over there, somebody caught a fish or something, and I always miss it.
Did you say everything on our list?
Yes, I did. I definitely did.
East Tennessee.
East Tennessee Whiskers. How are you? Thank you for stopping by.
I'm going to write down a list because I'm going to have to go sub a bunch of people.
But yeah, if I get the chance, I'm going to take Janice down to South Carolina and show her around. It's been a long time, so I'd probably have to find one of my old schoolmates and have them take me around to show her stuff. But like the buildings down there are back. I mean, some of those buildings are still from the Revolutionary War, and they just keep refurbishing them, and they're just the architecture is breathtaking. Like we used to go to this place. There was this restaurant out by John's Island. I think it was John's Island or Red Top, and you had to walk out on these boards. You had to walk out this plank because the restaurant was out on the water. It was on stilts out on the water. Well, one of those channels that was close by there, a lot of times you could look down off the bridge and see the dolphins just kind of jumping up out of the water like that. I mean, like you just don't see that stuff in Nebraska. The only thing you see in Nebraska is corn.
Did you see their comments about East Tennessee?
Can't catch any fish there, he says. Gun range is fun too, though. Happy wife, happy life. Well, at least there's a guy that knows who the boss is. The gun ranges are fun too. Like I think they should make a cologne and an underarm deodorant that smells like burnt gunpowder. Just my thoughts.
I'm making soaps too. I might put a couple of those in a giveaway.
Yeah, Janice has been learning how to make soap. I agree, I can do that too. So I don't know if they have like a set number of hours that we're allowed to do on this or a set number of minutes or whatever. Maybe somebody that knows that type of thing could maybe put that in the chat. Because we really want to go live in Kansas Saturday. Lord willing that we're actually going to get down there. $12 hours? Well, there's no way I can do 12 hours. Maybe 12 hours a month. I don't know how long it's going to take, but when we do our giveaway, we're going to do a live it seems that right here in this spot, we seem to have some form of consistent reception. So
We're trying doing some lives down off the riverbank this weekend too.
yeah, down where we fish out down in Kansas, there's usually pretty good reception there. So we're going to try to go live there too. And hopefully, last year when we went down early,
We froze.
it actually got about 20 degrees colder than it was supposed to, but
The fish were biting.
there was still big carps biting. The bite was slow. The water was still really cold, obviously, but there was big carps biting. And then one time last year, we went down to the other place that we go down there on that same river, and there was funnel clouds going above our heads. There were sirens going off over in Wakefield, and like it was pouring down rain. Like, but we couldn't even. We were soaking wet. My truck was absolutely horrendous inside between grandson and the dogs and all that mud. But we must have caught 80 fish. I mean, with those tornadoes going through and everything, it was insane. Like, we never ever had that many fish. We had to have caught at least 80 fish. Because there's an old man over in Lincoln that about once or twice a year will keep some fish for him, and we think it's going to be a good day. We'll keep some fish for him because he's a fanatic of fish, and so we'll take him some fish, and he'll usually give us some groceries like hamburger and snacks or something like that. And we only kept, I don't know, we kept whatever our limit was for the group of us that was there. But man, we must have threw back. I think we took the guy like 20 fish, but I guarantee you we threw back at least 60. We threw them back in the water. I could have filled up that great big cooler twice without even trying. Oh my word. It was insane. I actually hope we get to do some more tornado fishing this year. I just hope it stays up above us like that one did and not actually touch down. That would suck. But man, like that was the best day of fishing we ever had. That was incredible. I've never caught that many fish like Janice has a little bit of carpal tunnel in her hands, and I have I call it tennis elbow, but tendonitis or whatever in my elbows, and man, our joints were just aching for like a week after that trip of reeling in all those fish. It was absolutely amazing. I hope we can run into that again this year. Hey, have a good night, Mr. Daddy. Thank you for stopping in and chatting with us a while. I think we're about to get off of here too here in a minute. This is a pretty good practice run. This has been a really good chat. I appreciate you guys letting me gibber for a while. But yeah, I'm hoping that the fish are biting this weekend. But even if they ain't, we're still going to enjoy some fresh air and some time on a riverbank, whether they bite or whether they don't. Because we've been stuck in this house all winter, jonesing for some open water, and we're gonna go hit it, cold or not. Just hopefully we get some fish out of it. His grandson has a thing where he has to pet all the fish.
He pets them, and he kisses some of them.
Yep, he even kisses some of them. He saw that Alyssa Pasek, or Pisak, or I know I'm butchering that girl's name, but you know, Jeremy and Alyssa with Wicked Adventures, he's seen her kissing them fish, and so he kisses them fish now sometimes. But he's always got to pet them. No matter what, he's always got to pet them before I can throw him back in the water. He'll stop whatever he's doing, playing with his cars or whatever. Man, me too, Travis. I hope so too. Mr. Randy, I'm a little jealous, buddy. Randy. What? That's funny. Hey, you know what? If Randy's anything like me, though, he is perfectly fine letting his wife out fish him. Like, somebody's got to run the net, so that's usually my job. I run the net. The only time I ever get to outfish Janice is once in a while. I get to outfish her in the spring. And after that, I'm usually just sitting there with the net. He said he can't even comment. But yeah, we're going to get off of here and finish up our nighttime stuff. But man, we sure appreciate y'all stopping in. And definitely appreciate all the subs. Oh my word, I definitely didn't see that thing jumping up like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know when you want to do your giveaway.
Our giveaway will probably be in about a week. Our grandson has an operation next week, which is one of the reasons we're hell-bent on getting him down and getting him to do some fishing. He's got an appointment with the doc. Evidently, your head is not supposed to fuse together or something like that until you're much older. Well, his is already fused together. So they're going to go drill a hole in his head and do some tests and stuff. And I don't know, stuff that scares the daylights out of me. And then they're going to go from there on what they have to do. So we're going to take him fishing. And then we're going to deal with that. And then hopefully Thursday, maybe Friday, we're going to get that giveaway done. But I want to get through that first, because that stuff's really the biggest thing on my mind right now. And so once we get through with that, his appointment's on Wednesday. I stole Cindy's 19-pounder. Right on, man. Hey, if that's the only way we get to outfish our woman, so be it. We'll just steal one occasionally. It works.
Ouch. I'm too old to sit in one of these old chairs.
I was watching you tie some hooks, Travis. Maybe someday I'll try some of these knots that all y'all are using. But we appreciate y'all. We're going to jump off of here now. Thank you for letting us do a practice live and coming by and chatting with us. We really appreciate it. God bless you. Y'all have a good night. All right, how do I do this? Oh, we don't want to do how the heck do I do it?